Whatever you may perceive, you are not what you perceive. You are what makes perception possible. This is the simple truth being pointed out by the wisdom traditions. And it is being proven by every experience. But along the path there comes this idea, because you've heard it from others, these amazing experiences, the awe, the wonder. And there's this idea to hold out for something, for some magnificent experience which will prove the truth for you. And this is what holds you back, keeps you on a path to nowhere. Because the truth is being pointed out every moment. So if you can leave aside the desire for some perfect and final experience, then you are ready for the truth to be pointed out quite simply. So let's use the same device we use with young children when pointing out new things to them. We literally point our finger at something and name it. For example, you show a rose to a child. This beautiful, ineffable, indescribable thing, this rose. If you had tried to explain it with words without showing it to the child, it would be impossible. But just because the rose is there, all you have to do is point. And then you give it a name. And the name is sufficient, because now the rose has been seen. The child knows what it is. Before they had seen the rose, the word was meaningless. The seeing or the knowing gives the rose its solidity. Now you have this word, I, and it feels solid. There's some solidity behind it. As solid as anything else in your life. What is that solidity based on? You should be able to point it out. The mind might say, clearly, you're an object in this world. Well then use your finger to point to that object. It might seem like a childish exercise, but just try it. See where it takes you. Say you stand in front of a mirror and you point at your reflection. What are you really pointing at? You're pointing at the mirror, and in it a reflection made of light, the reflection of light. And you may turn your finger towards yourself now, towards your chest. Again, what are you really pointing at? Now you're pointing at clothes. Under there's some skin, and then muscles, and bones and organs. None of that is truly you, because those are not the things that are conscious. And finally, your finger might rise up, point to where your face is supposed to be. Now look very carefully. What is the finger pointing at? Be quite literal about it. What you see is a finger pointing, and the world around it. But where it's pointing at, there's no face and no head. There is no thing there. And you may see the bridge of your nose, semi-transparent, hanging in space. But that only makes it more odd. What's behind there? There is no behind. There's just this space of possibility, the capacity for experience, the container for the whole world. Whatever you may perceive, you are not what you perceive. You make perception possible. You make experience possible. And so you are not in this view. You cannot be in the view. Whether from your own perspective and definitely not from any other perspective. There are no other perspectives. This is the true perspective, where the observer remains unobservable and unseen. And the mind might argue that a lot is being made out of a physiological limitation, the limit of the eyes not being able to see the face. But go ahead then, let it imagine your eyes on stalks like a snail. You could then turn around your eyes to look at your face. Maybe you even have X-ray vision, and you can look inside your head and see the brain functioning. Well then, where are you? Can you be that brain that you are perceiving? You are clearly on this side, looking, and whatever object you perceive cannot be you. It is an image. It is part of the view, and you are never in the view. There is no image that can capture you, because you are not perceivable. You make perception possible. And it is the same with all the other senses, and all thoughts and ideas and concepts. None of it can capture you and represent you, because those are the things being perceived. All of it is mental phenomena being observed. All objects are subjective, but you are not subjective. You are not being observed. You are real. And that is why you cannot be observed as an object in this world through any means. You are quite literally not in this world. But neither are you beyond it or hidden. You're right here. You're obviously present right now. You're present as what makes perception possible, what makes this experience possible. You're the capacity for experience, the infinite possibility for any phenomena to appear. So don't accept it when the mind thinks of you as one subject among many. Because when you point at yourself, you don't find any individuality there. All the differences are in terms of the experience, in terms of the view, the world. But you are not in it. You are what makes perception possible. All perception, all experience is made possible by the same you, same I. And if you catch the mind denying this, ask it to point out an individual subject. You'll find that it is purely imagination and belief. The individual subject, or self, is the ego. The belief in it is the ego, which is being pointed out as the root cause of misery by all the wisdom traditions. There is no solidity to that self. That is the illusion. The fact is that there are no subjects or objects. Both are illusions within a more fundamental reality. There is an infinite sentient space of awareness, and in it, through naturally occurring processes, there emerge phenomena. The phenomena are known, not because you are an individual subject observing these phenomena from within a physical space, but because you are the space of subjectivity itself, pure sentience, pure awareness. You are not what you perceive. You are what makes perception possible.